Hi, my name is Bjarne Sørensen, and welcome to Apply Marketing Communication across a convergent industry. In this video, we'll talk about your assignment one. But first of all, we'll just have a very brief overview of this course. So, when we talk about a convergent industry, we talk about the fact that if you look back 30 or 40 years, the marketing industry used to be very siloed and separated into different sectors like PR and advertising and marketing, where people would do and undertake different roles, very different roles. Now, communication back then used to be one way. You would communicate to customers. And if customers wanted to get back to you and your business, they would probably call your sales department or your customer service center. Now, in 2019, things are different. With the rise of the internet, we have a very, very different environment where the different sectors, the different silos have sort of merged almost into one. And where marketers needs a whole lot more skills and where the importance of being a marketer is ever increasing. Marketers are taking on a lot more roles than they used to in the past. For example, if you are engaging in online social media marketing, you will be dealing most likely directly with customers who have inquiries or feedback and who wants to share your content if you create some good content. Now, in the past, it used to be much more about one-way communication. Now, this have actually given rise to a lot more jobs in marketing. Most marketing departments are increasing and expanding as a result of the importance of two-way communication between marketers and customers. Um, so that is really what this subject is all about. But in this video, we will have a look at your assignment one and have a talk about how you can basically do this so that you can get a pass. Now, I'll just see if I can open this document. You need to open this Word document, just like I'm doing here. In this document, you need to write your name there, your ID number there, and you don't need to sign it, but if you just write your student name there again, copy paste from above, I'll consider that a signature and that'll be fine. Now, thereafter, you need to answer these 8 questions. You need to basically read the course materials first of all, and based on that material, you should be able to answer these 8 questions. But to answer these 8 questions, you need to do some additional research and include some references as well. So let's look at these questions. Let's look at question 5 as an example. You would want to provide your answer right here in this document underneath this heading. So leave the heading here and then explain or do exactly what it says here. So you need to discuss 2 ways the customer can contribute to marketing activity. Explain how customers are empowered by new communication technologies and how this can be managed by a business. So, first of all, there's a couple of things you need to address in this question. You need to discuss 2 ways that customers can contribute to marketing activity. And I guess with the rise of the internet and social media, it is now possible for customers to engage with businesses. And customers could, for example, like and forward posts from Facebook and Instagram pages. And they can basically help promote a business. Now, as a marketer, you would need to create really interesting content for this to happen. And this will partly be your job as a marketer because you would want people to promote your business. It's a great way to get out there and do some very cost-effective promotion. Um, You might also you need to discuss two ways. So there's one way. Let's imagine you run a restaurant. If that's the case, you would probably want people to rate and write reviews about your restaurant, because that would enable you to attract new and more customers. So that is again a way in which customers or restaurants guests can contribute, in this case, to a restaurant. So that'll be two examples. You also need to talk about how customers are empowered and how a business can manage uh, all this customer feedback. Now, and here it's very important for a business to be aware of what is being told about it on the web and ensure that ratings are as good as possible. You can engage with your customers. You can provide feedback to their ratings and their reviews. If they express some concerns, it'll be very important you provide some constructive feedback to try and turn an unhappy customer around and show that you care. So such an answer would would sort of address the points in point 5, and you need to do that for all of these points. So make sure you do not leave anything out. Don't skip over anything. If you do, you cannot pass a given assessment. So provide some good answers to each of these points, and ideally use examples. If you talk about a restaurant that are managing their that get really good reviews, talk about that restaurant. Explain what they're doing. How are they setting up feedback channels? And what do they do about the feedback? So for each of these questions, if you could provide some examples, that would be absolutely brilliant.